Judge, you gotta lower the webcam. We're seeing. Can you hear me, Judge? Judge, this is Zach from Save Data Team. We talked about that. Uh, I'm well, thank you. Ju- I don't know who you're talking about. No.
This
Uh,
grandpa. It's this thing right here. Oh, this right. Oh, this thing. Oh, hello.
there we go. Oh my God.
Yes. How is everybody? Zach, I can't see. Should I see Zach in the little
Judge, it's still a little
screen
off.
here?
It's still a little off.
Oh,
We're kind of getting you at like a weird down.
Okay, nope. Wes is coming in and he's moving it for me.
Oh,
you're such a nice good boy. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. Oh, now that's looking much. Oh, how is this? I can't quite.
That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.
Is this better?
That is excellent, Your Honor.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh well, thank you, Michael.
Here, let me.
I appreciate that.
get this in.
How are you, ladies and gentlemen of the internet?
We're doing great.
Very good. Very good.
I think the people of the internet are very excited to see you, Judge. We in fact we're at hype train level 1 already.
Oh my goodness! I don't have a ticket. Do I?
No. Oh, sorry. No. It's okay, Judge. It's a good thing. It's free to ride. The train is free to ride.
Oh my! Well, things are really moving nowadays, huh?
They show.
I remember tickets used to cost a few dang cents.
You know what? Taxpayer money. Speaking of, we just went to hype train level 2.
Oh, what happens then?
I think more people get emotes. Don't ask me what those are.
An emote.
It's like when you have a castle online. It's what you put around it.
I was about to ask you, is it related to cats? Wesley, I like this boy. He's very smart.
Oh my God.
So, Zach,
yes.
My apologies. You have to remind me, what exactly will we be doing here today? Why have you called me here to the internet?
Your Honor, we
no, hey, listen, that's Mr. Your Honor to you.
Oh, excuse me, sorry, Mr. Your Honor.
Please, Mr. Your Honor was my father.
Okay. Your Honor, I believe it might have been 2 months ago at this point. We held a stream in which we made a promise to our viewers that if we had enough subs, we would get you on as a guest for this show. And hey, they came through, and now, lo and behold, you came through.
Goodness. Oh my goodness, that's so many. How many sandwiches did you raise?
So many footlongs, Your Honor. More than Angel Star could give out in one afternoon.
Oh, good old cough up queen.
We got subs from everywhere: Subway, Firehouse, Jimmy John's,
Jersey Mike's.
We just had subs coming from all over the place.
Jersey Mike's too. Yeah.
Oh, they're my favorites.
Now, how do you feel about Chili's has a Subway menu as well, a sandwich as well.
Oh shoot! Are we hitting up Wesley? Are we hitting up Chili's after this? Oh shoot! My treat, everybody. Happy hours extended all night for this one.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh goodness, Michael. By the way, now that I got you here, how have you been enjoying? Have you been enjoying the lawyer life?
Oh, the lawyer life is fantastic, Your Honor.
Oh, that's good to hear. You know,
living the dream.
I might be looking for a assistant soon. It pays great benefits. You get to hang out with me all day.
Oh, no.
If you've ever been wanting to be a judge, I have my eye on you watching the streams with Wesley, and you're a smart boy.
It would be
So,
an honor to be a judicial clerk for you, Your Honor.
An honor for an honor.
Oh, the judge has jokes. Okay.
Okay.
Really quick, we do have some questions. Matt McCleskey asked, "Did the judge kill Wes?" Judge, Your Honor, that is not what's happened here, right?
No, but Wes, hold on. Let me see if Wes is over here. Grandpa, I'm fine. Just go back to the stream, okay? All right. Okay, all right. Do you want to say hello? No, Grandpa. I'm playing Monster Hunter. Go do the thing. All right.
Oh, Doug bless.
Oh goodness. All right, he's busy. He's such a good boy, though.
Oh gosh. Regardless, Your Honor, thank you so much for your time here.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'm gonna intro us really quick, although I guarantee everybody that this entire segment is gonna go up on the YouTube VOD, because how could I not? But just for continuity's sake, I'll do that, and we'll go from there, okay? What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a very exciting episode of Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. I am your host, Zach, joined by, for the first time, His Honor, the judge.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Wesley, my grandson, he got me all set up here on the computer, and I'm pleased as prune juice to be joining you today. Thank you so much.
We love to hear it. And of course, our actual lawyer, Pridge.
I would like to apologize for the judge for how grossly underdressed I am for your appearance.
That's okay. Just hope that I don't talk to Edgeworth about docking your pay.
Goodness gracious. Whose salary is he not in charge of?
Mine.
Thank goodness for that, Judge.
I make my own rates, baby.
If this is your first time watching, what a wild episode you have tuned in for. Of course, before we get into the actual gameplay, which is the final trial of the entire first game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Pridge always starts us off with a bar exam question to spice things up a little bit. Pridge, what have you got for us this week?
Oh, this is good for me, too. I can brush up on my know-how, because clearly I'm going to know the correct answer to this question.
I believe it.
All right, today we're going to learn about how the word murder is... There's a lot of different ways to classify murder.
Okay.
There are?
All right. So... Crim, I guess that's just short for criminal. Crim was abruptly terminated from his job by his employer, Boss.
Okay.
Boss immediately retrieved Crim's security badge, escorted him out of the building, and notified the security guard that Crim was not allowed to enter the building. Boss also canceled Crim's authorization code for access to the company computer network. When Crim got home, he realized that he had not copied several of his personal computer files, including a novel he had written and stored on the company's computer hard drive.
Wow, okay, Crim's a writer.
Okay.
That's just a lesson. If you're ever on a work computer and you're using it for personal stuff, just save it in a Word doc or something, because I do this at work sometimes. So I just make sure to save to a Word doc so it's always with me if I do ever get fired.
Pridge,
that's just life advice.
Are you telling me that while doing your lawyerly duties, you're off writing fan fiction on the side?
I never said fan fiction.
Fair, okay, fair.
Really?
Those are your words.
Bridge, you'll have to tell me what your username is. I hit up Archive of Our Own all the time.
So, Crim tried unsuccessfully to log onto the computer system from his home. Still angry about his abrupt firing by Boss, and now about the cancellation of his computer access, Krim put a pistol into his coat pocket and drove back to the company building.
Oh dear.
His intention was to somehow get into the boss's office and use boss's laptop computer to get access to the company's computer and copy the personal files. It was late in the day, so Krim was confident that boss would already have gone home for the day.
Okay.
Doesn't sound too good.
When Krim arrived in the lobby of the building, he noticed that the security guard was distracted, so he was able to hurry past the guard towards boss's office.
Doesn't sound like a very good security guard.
However, when he opened the door to boss's office, he was surprised to see boss standing by the desk. When boss told him to get out, Krim became enraged, pulled the pistol out of his pocket, and fatally shot boss.
Oh shit!
Oh, dear.
That's 0 to 60.
Krim heard.
Well, I think I have all the evidence I need to hand down a verdict.
Krim hurriedly grabbed boss's laptop computer and walked out of the office with it.
Okay.
On his way out, he saw Vicky, the receptionist, who was getting ready to leave for the day.
Oh, poor Vicky.
Vicky, who did not know that Krim had been fired, had occasionally gone out with Krim for a drink after work. So, when Krim asked her to have a drink with him, she readily agreed. Krim's real reason for asking Vicky to have a drink with him was that in case he had trouble with the security guards, he could use her as a hostage.
Oh, damn.
Poor Vicky.
Krim.
The security guards had received word of a commotion in boss's office. When they saw Krim, they had their weapons drawn and tried to stop him to question him.
What kind of security guards are rocking fucking weapons here?
All of mine. They're packing.
That makes sense, Your Honor.
Krim seized Vicky and, shielding himself with her, headed toward the door. Krim and the guards exchanged fire. A bullet fired by one of the guards struck and killed Vicky.
No! Vicky!
Vicky!
She found love in a hopeless place. Fuck. I'm so mad.
On these facts, can Krim be convicted under applicable Ohio criminal statutes of the following crimes for the deaths of Boss and Vicky?
Yes, fry him!
Right, but for what crimes? Our options are murder, involuntary manslaughter, and aggravated murder.
All of the above, Michael. How dare he kill Vicky?
Explain your answers fully as to each crime for each victim. Do not discuss defenses.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, would you like to take a crack at this? It is your.
Oh, I would love to.
Okay.
Michael, as you are aware, being a man of law, and as I am also aware, being a judge, I would be able to, beyond a shadow of a doubt, convict this man for having a gun and using it, but I guess we would have to determine whether his fingerprints were on the gun. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Was the thinker involved in this case somehow?
Amazingly
pulled
not.
The thinker out of his jacket and beat Boss with it.
It kills again.
Michael, why don't you take this one? I want you to get the practice more than I do.
Sounds good. So the key, obviously, to this question is knowing the difference between the different kinds of homicide that Ohio uses.
Mm-hmm.
Homicide is crazy complicated because so many states refer to the same things by different terminology. Some states use degrees, like first-degree murder, second-degree murder. Ohio uses aggravated murder and murder. Other states do even different things. So that's one of the things that sort of makes criminal law confusing at times, is that states don't have a consistent way of labeling different homicides. But since obviously we live in the world of Anytown, Ohio, we are using Ohio laws.
Mm-hmm.
So in Ohio, aggravated murder is the worst. And that is no person shall purposely and with prior calculation and design cause the death of another. Or no person shall purposely cause the death of another while committing or attempting commit kidnapping, arson, robbery, aggravated burglary, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So aggravated murder requires either calculation and design, so pre-planning, or it's murder while committing one of the mentioned felonies.
Really quick, can you explain the difference between aggravated murder in this case and premeditated murder, or do they kind of fall into the same thing here?
No, in Ohio, premeditated is aggravated murder is what they call premeditated murder.
Sorry, totally missed that. Yes, you are right. Okay.
Yeah, so again, that's why it's confusing. Premeditated murder in Ohio is just a group under aggravated murder. Now, just plain murder is basically the same thing, but without the pre-calculation and design.
But you're not angry.
You're not aggravated.
It's not
right?
aggravated. Yeah.
Right.
So murder, it just doesn't involve prior planning, or if you're committing a felony that's not one of the ones mentioned above, then it's just murder. And finally, voluntary manslaughter is no person while under the influence of sudden passion or in a sudden fit of rage, either of which is brought on by serious provocation occasioned by the victim that is reasonably sufficient to incite the person into using deadly force, shall knowingly cause the death of another. So voluntary manslaughter basically means someone pissed you off enough that you wanted to kill them, and you killed them.
He was enraged.
This is true.
I do remember that.
So obviously, aggravated murder is the most the harshest penalty, then murder, then voluntary manslaughter.
Gotcha. Obviously.
So the pretty clear one here is that although it wasn't his plan to kill the boss, Krim did kill the boss while committing robbery, probably both robbery and burglary.
So he gets aggravated
murder.
He's
clearly on the hook for aggravated murder because even though there was no prior calculation, he did it while committing a different felony.
Makes sense.
Again, breaking into the office and stealing his boss's computer. If you were answering this question, you'd probably talk about how the boss yelled at him to get out and Krim became enraged. Simply telling someone to get out is not going to be sufficient provocation for voluntary manslaughter. When someone tells you to get out of somewhere, I don't think your first response is, I need to kill this person.
Certainly not mine.
Yeah, so the provocation, so again, if you were answering this on an exam, you would mention the provocation, but explain it away by saying it's not sufficient provocation.
Makes sense.
Now for Vicky, it's much the same thing.
I forgot about Vicky.
Although he did not plan to kill her, and although he technically did not fire the bullet that killed her, she was killed. Basically, if cops kill someone while you're using them as a shield, you're in trouble for that, not the cops.
Damn.
There's probably a different question here about whether the cop should have engaged in gunfire when he had a hostage, but that's not what's being asked, so I won't even get into that. But more of the story is that if you use someone as a hostage and someone else kills them, it's on you. So this is also going to be aggravated murder because she was killed while essentially he was kidnapping her. I mean, because that's technically what using a human shield is you're technically kidnapping someone. So for both deaths, he's most likely getting the aggravated murder charge on both of them, not because there was prior calculation, but because both deaths were caused during the course of him committing other crimes that are enunciated in the statute.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Michael. I mean, of course I knew the whole thing, but it was nice to know that you know.
Of course, Your Honor. Wise as always. Dinku Dankey in the chat does ask, Judge, I don't know if you have the same, we'll say, voice acting talents that your grandson Wesley has. But do you?
Where do you think he got it from?
But do you?
You know, that was my second career choice. But you know,
No way.
being a judge just kind of seemed to fall into my lap. So it just kind of where my life took me.
Well, Dinku Dankey in the chat does ask, can you say in Meekins' voice, "Welcome to the blood dimension"?
Oh yes, of course. Hold on 1 second. I haven't used the pipes in that way in quite a while. I've mostly just used it to say guilty or not guilty. So hold on, let me just. Welcome to the blood dimension, sir.
Wow, that was really good.
How's that?
Your Honor, that was amazing.
Oh, thank you. You know, it's been a while, so I'm a little rusty. But
it was perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome, Donkey Dink.
Close enough. Shall we get into playing this video game?
Yes.
Oh, sure. How do we do that?
Don't worry, Your Honor. I'm going to take care of that on my end. You will just do the voice acting that Wes normally does.
Oh, y'all in for a real treat. Where do I find this game?
Your Honor, it should be being streamed to you. Let's continue.
Right. But I'm going to start practicing my Wes impression. My grandson.
Okay, please. So, I would love to hear you do your Wes.
Yeah, no. It's going to be great. So let's go ahead. Let's get started.
Okay, sounds good. Amazing,
Zach.
Yes.
I don't think you explained the thing at the bottom.
Yes. Thank you very much, Your Honor. So last week we had the donation goal of making a certain amount of money, and we would all buy maid outfits for the three of us. That is me, Wesley, and Pridge. And we would all wear them during an upcoming stream. Just because y'all are so amazing and we hit that goal very quickly, we figured, hey, we'll just stretch it a little bit more. We added another extra $100 on as a stretch goal, that if we make, at the very least, one of us will do a quote-unquote TikTok dance. I don't know if, Your Honor, if you know what those are, but it's very exciting stuff.
Little breath mints, right?
Exactly. Dancing with breath mints in our mouth. It's the new thing.
Yeah.
And that will happen, of course, in the main outfits as well. So already we've made it $25 past where we were due to the Pokemon streams. But if we get another $75 before the end of this month, which is only in a few days, we will do a dance as well. Here we go. This is the defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if...
Oh, God, who is this? You know what? I don't know who it is, so I'm just going to make it me. Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Your Honor!
Oh, shoot, it's Edgeworth.
Edgeworth?
Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch.
Wait a minute! Is it Gant?
It will all be revealed soon, Your Honor.
Oh, Zach, I can't wait any longer. Keep playing.
Okay. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out.
I haven't.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
Also, to be fair, Blanco Nino wasn't charged with anything, and we got him to commit to murder.
That's
and
true.
Dee Vasquez wasn't charged with anything, and she admitted to murder. And Von Karma wasn't charged with anything, and he admitted to murder. So,
I'm
as you can
noticing a
tell,
pattern here.
so as you can tell, not being charged don't mean shit.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling on the defendant. 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it!
Start your
Hey,
watches.
He's shot calling like Von Karma.
Mm-hmm.
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Usually we wait until after the case to canoodle. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her.
Well, hopefully she can draw better than her sister, am I right? The truth?
Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Next you'll say this goes back to the DL6 incident. Today's the last day of the trial.
Yo, Six,
We
is
don't
that
have-
the one where your dad died?
Dada! We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it. See you in court, right? I'll see you, but you won't see me.
It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now.
He's just keeping the shitty... That's it. He was just keeping the shitty drawing that Lana made hostage. And Lana's like, don't ever reveal that. It's so freaking embarrassing. Well, if you don't want this to go...
If you don't help me commit this murder, I'll show everyone how bad of an artist your sister was.
No! Anything but that! Gant, you bastard!
That would kill her dreams. Very firm hand, Your Honor.
Hey! Look, it's me!
Looking
Wow,
really
I look
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Ahem. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Oh, that was garbage.
I know
Can I
that was
get a
amazing.
redo?
No, you were amazing.
Okay.
It was so good.
All
Your
right,
Honor.
all right. Oh, okay.
It was flawless. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
This does not seem like the way things would normally be done. Chief Gant. He just teleported.
Morning, folks. I've unlocked the power of the blood dimension.
Oh no!
How's everyone doing? Hey, Haji, been back to the pool yet?
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my own work. Tell me about it, me.
Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that.
Wasn't a joke.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Oh no.
Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request.
Oh, really quick. The Womn of Life has donated $75.
The wand of life.
And they say 543445421544315 space 1215434 space 251515535 space 2444 space 4535. I don't know what that's a code. Maybe I just said something.
Code. Can we get our entire chat to crack the code?
Yes,
Please.
it's all on
the
you.
code?
It's all on you. Thank you very much, Wand of Life. That does in fact mean that we have hit the stretch goal and we've barely started the stream. So thank you all so much. Wow.
In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request?
Also, a witness
Your Honor.
cannot call themselves to the stand, so Lana, get down. No one called you to the stand. Get the fuck off.
Sit down, be humble.
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
Huh?
I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
No, Lana!
Hey, don't objection while I'm gaveling.
You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In
The
that
client
case,
controls their plea, not the lawyer. So, I mean,
In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
oh shit, we got fired.
But Lana!
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me. But it has sufficiently proven its case to testimony of circumstantial evidence.
Lana, stop turning around.
I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Please speak into the microphone, Miss Scott.
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening.
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
One moment, Your Honor.
So weird.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt.
Whoa!
Hold on. Now that's the standard, everyone? Now that's the standard? Four and a half cases later, now we're bringing the actual goddamn standard?
It's the standard for the prosecution and not the defense.
Right.
Prosecution has not met this standard in a single case. And I mean, like, at the beginning of any case in this game, there has never been a client who was anywhere close to being proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And now we're gonna bring in the fucking technical standard. Fuck off, Edgeworth.
Carlos in the chat says, this is character development.
You cannot 4.5 cases later suddenly pretend like you know what the correct legal standard is in criminal law. You bastard. You incredibly attractive, well-dressed bastard.
Take your jabot and shove it.
I love you too, Michael.
Really quick, Jay Toki has followed. Thank you, Jay Toki.
Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you.
But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut?
Oh, shit.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be.
Oh, shit.
This is character development.
Oh, fuck.
With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
Oh, shit.
I thought so.
Pantran in the chat says, he ain't bottoming today.
It's the war of the tops.
Snazzy in the chat says, Edgeworth versus Gant, 1v1, no items, final destination only.
Oh, shit.
God
Put 'em both in
damn.
Actually, Gant's kind of jacked, so I might take Gant in that fight.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call me, Miles Edgeworth.
No.
Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye.
Damn.
The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request.
Very well. Fuck the defendant's rights. Fuck the defendant's rights. She doesn't get to decide her own representation anymore.
That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. That's not really the phrase, but sure.
Yeah. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
She's a high schooler.
Correct answer would probably be student, or definitely not an artist.
I'm an artist. Yeah, right. Judge, please, let's strike that from the record.
Clearly perjury.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings.
Okay.
Oh my god, did you get his autograph? Is this correct?
Oh, that's why they're called the Joe Dark killings, because the killer was named Joe Dark.
Oh, I finally understand.
That was confusing me for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
Well, too bad. I'm sorry.
So we had to bring up all of my trauma last case, so now we're bringing up all of yours.
Sexy Whistle Snail says, strike that from the record, artistically speaking.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is this an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is.
Shit.
Well, okay then.
He sure gave in fast.
Now,
Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's a weird phrasing. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
Oh, shit.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day.
Were you playing Minecraft?
No.
He was playing the organ.
Yes. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw that instant. I drew it. Do you all want to see?
No, that's okay. We don't need to see it again.
The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
Loser. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. It's up for Phoenix Wright to decide how that's relevant.
That's what I was gonna
Not
say.
me.
But I will leave doing that entirely to Mr. Wright.
You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
But he knows you have a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it stolen.
Very
All of
well.
it stolen.
The defense may begin its cross-examination. Oh, my favorite part.
Really quick, just to call out two people in the chat. Carlos and I Need a Better Username say Minecraft didn't exist back then, and this is too late for Minecraft. She was probably playing Minesweeper. Y'all, this game takes place in 2016. 2 years ago, it would have been 2014. That's fucking prime Minecraft time.
Uh-huh.
Especially for a 14-year-old girl. Are you kidding me?
You know what? Canonically, Emma was a Minecraft YouTuber.
Probably.
Her channel was called Sky's the Limit.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Minecraft content. Have you checked out her Minecraft speedruns?
Oh my god. she investigates the scientific accuracy behind Minecraft.
And that's just a theory. An Emma Sky theory. Thanks for watching.
God damn it, that's very good.
Actually, you know what? Here's the hot take. Probably no one will get this, but if you have watched Game Theory, Emma does kind of look like a young version of Matt Pat's wife.
Hate that, but yeah, kind of.
Uh-huh. There you go. She grows up and marries Matt Pat, and they start Game Theory.
Wow, I hate that so much. I hate that so much. Oh, I hate that so much. The chat, like so many people in the chat are like, she does kind of look like Steph, which I assume is Matt Pat's wife's name. Mrs. Pat. That's incredible. Okay. Tim Picoti says this means Matt Pat is now a canon Ace Attorney character. Fuck.
Yep.
Here's the thing, y'all. Wes being the judge's grandson means that Wes is canonically a character in Ace Attorney. How does that make y'all feel? Okay. I was waiting in my sister's office. A man came running in, took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued her. She'd never forget what she saw. The man raised his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. That's the end of it. Let me just see what this drawing does have. That's not it. Wait, where's the drawing?
It's on the back of the evidence list.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. They gotta make me watch this every time? I mean, it kind of looks like he raised the knife and stabbed it down into the chest.
Yeah. Can you see where he was stabbed in the autopsy report?
Oh,
Like if that's made mention?
Oh, you're totally right. It was in the back. Was off. I fucked up.
Well,
I didn't mean to hit. Okay, well we're just
Mr. Wright, you fucking idiot.
We're just gonna start one behind in this case.
I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I'll have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
Oh, I must be on the wrong track. Okay. Autopsy report, check. Single stab.
Well, we know it's not this. So
No, single stab wound piercing the heart or lung. Okay, shit.
there we go.
So he was not stabbed in. Well,
Do you want to just press it?
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think every statement on here, besides the first one, should be pressed.
I agree with you. That must have been a real shock.
The way that I read that, the way that it was typed
it
out,
paused.
none of it was like that must have been a real shock.
Yeah, the pause there was weird, considering this is very serious, actually.
Uh-huh.
Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly.
Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage.
When a lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them.
You're pretty sure? Emma doesn't have any reason to lie. But Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can.
Which basically means press everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, tell us about the Minecraft world you were building. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes, she was second in command under Chief Detective Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember.
Oh.
Chief Detective Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. I was so excited to have
Hamburgers.
Oh. Really quick, because some people are saying again the.
Yeah, okay. It says they're stabbed in the back.
Yeah, but
wait,
but we presented that when it said that he was stabbed in the chest.
yeah.
Again, I think this game needs us to press more first.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Man?
Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
You know, from Powerpuff Girls. Him.
Oh no.
Oh god, the most terrifying character. Hello, Powerpuff Girls.
That's pretty good. What was the prosecutor doing there?
That day there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Excuse me. Gantz was there too?
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would also be why he was the first to run in after dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then. But
Hey?
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. What's electricity?
Oh no.
If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim. I mean, we're gonna hear more, right?
No, just stop. Quit while we're ahead.
So, you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And
And
he said, hey, by the way, if I get murdered in 2 years, it's definitely Gant who did it. And not your sister, no matter what, regardless of what she says.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. It's really good. You want to see it?
No, really, we don't need to see that again.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture.
Yeah, I mean, come on. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
It's annoying.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth. This...
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find
Well,
out.
let's find out.
This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. It's a shame it turned out so bad.
Out.
And yet you still insist on denying its existence?
Look, Phoenix, I'm doing this for her sake. It's a very bad picture.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
Ah.
Oh.
Da-na-na-na. This is the evidence list from the SL9 incident.
Please, turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this?
Yes. What is that?
Looks like a donkey climbing up a mountain. I'm lost.
Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew!
She's so proud.
Aww. She doesn't know.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
I stole it. What do you think?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Ah, these lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete.
Dun, dun, dun.
These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What? Order! Order!
Well, I guess we're gonna have to uncapitally punish Joe Dark so we can get a retrial.
Yeah. All right,
Someone fetch me a
Meekins.
necromancer.
Colin Meekins. Yes, sir. I'll commune with the dark spirits of the blood dimension. Soon Joe Dark will return unto us.
Oh, no.
He shall be under my control, sir.
And soon the whole world.
Oh, no.
Who'd have thought the picture would have been drawn on the back of the list?
That was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning... that was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning room?
Well, wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor!
Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
What? No, that doesn't make sense at
Yes.
all.
Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth?
It's possible. Let's see.
Just have some good food, Edgeworth? What are you eating?
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask? Oh,
Sorry, Your Honor. There is something drawn on the back of my list. This is that thing!
oh,
What?
I did not expect that.
Oh, this is my jam. I love the Blue Badger theme song. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room.
Oh no.
Apparently, the head of criminal affairs used this for his blueprint.
I guess he was out of scrap paper. Fuck it. See, Emma knows.
Emma's like,
Are you fucking kidding me? Somebody drew on my perfect sketch of the crime?
I was just
I'll
saying.
kill him.
This is like Emma's traumatized face. She's like, no, not the Blue Badger. Anything but the Blue Badger. The prophet of
four
Poly.
horsemen of the, one of the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? Other than being a huge nerd, she seemed to be thinking about something when she saw the picture. You fucking nerd.
Nerd.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows.
I really like the Erlenmeyer flask that he was holding.
I think that's more of a beaker.
Yeah,
Fucking nerd, am I right?
After that, I must have fainted.
this is almost Penny's voice now.
This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Nope. Well, I don't see any contradictions here.
Oh,
This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor near Marshall.
Judge,
The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay.
Anything that leapt out at us?
Exactly what I saw.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives?
are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
I don't know, Edgeworth. Are you a detective? No, of course not.
We only recently developed the technology to overwrite people's memory. I mean, that's impossible, right?
I'd better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary.
Too bad I'm a private defense attorney.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright? Is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well... that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted on her mind, and yet... there's clearly a contradiction here.
Okay, so this is where we
This is
present
probably,
the...
yeah, because he got stabbed in the back.
Yep,
If this-
here we go.
If this isn't fucking it, I'm going to be very angry. Because technically we were totally right about the mistake I did earlier. Okay, good.
Hey, here we go.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew is fucking terrible. It's so bad.
I mean, the game just kind of set us up through the alley-oop right up for us for the slam dunk.
Emma, I know you were 14, but take a fucking
Jesus
class.
God.
Jeez.
So remind Zach to frequently save state because your computer's been weird.
It's a very good point. I'll do it right now.
This is your like hourly reminder.
Thank you. No, this is an hour 20 minutes in.
Real fucky lately.
Yeah. Even crashed a couple times today, so let's hope it doesn't happen during the stream. Contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Except I claim I was trying to forget it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
I mean, I guess we click what would be Marshall?
God, I don't know.
Okay. Pause.
Okay.
Here is what I think they want you to do.
Okay.
The knife doesn't have a tip on it, but the tip was found in the person's body.
I just assumed it was a really shitty drawing because that's our joke.
Yeah, but I think that's what they want you to do.
Okay. Yeah.
In this particular moment.
The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife this man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken.
Nope. In fact, you don't even have to look closely to see that.
It's a pretty shitty drawing.
But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off of the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
Hey, you dumbus. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
Huh? Where could you possibly see a problem? I mean, the drawing is so shitty, it's not like we can make anything out.
It's obvious.
Really?
It's obvious, really. The victim, quote, suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
What's the meaning of this?
You okay there?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Edgeworth, think about that for 2 seconds, and you'll realize why it's wrong. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body.
Your logic is almost as bad as this girl's drawing.
Almost.
If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
So it broke beforehand, then he was stabbed, then the person took the broken piece and just put it inside of his body.
Just like wedged it inside the body.
And you go right here. They were like, it was somebody who was like, oh, dang, my OCD really needs this little knife-shaped hole to be filled with something knife-shaped. So I'm going to just put this right here. The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time.
Oh, dang. Actually, you know what just happened? Magneto just stabbed Professor X in the back. Marshall's not actually dead. He's just been growing in power this whole time. And growing his mind powers from not having working legs.
Oh, no. But she was sure she remembered correctly.
But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Is there no other way?
Use your imagination, Miles.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, right?
That's really good that he's like, hey, remember all those times you falsified evidence, you son of a bitch?
That's a fucking low blood, right?
All I'm saying is you did
save your
fuck
low
up.
blows. Save your low blows for when we're back at home.
Is that this broken knife might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No. Ah! Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor. Please.
Lana kind of admitted to that already.
Yeah, this happened yesterday.
Your Honor, keep up, man.
Please allow me to once again go over the events that took place on the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
And because of that, Emma is now afraid of the dark.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon.
Oh my gosh, you figured it out, Edgy.
There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives?
I don't know. How many knives are there? Another broken...
I don't know. I thought only like 10.
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? I mean...
Well, Emma's not mistaken, because that wouldn't be good for the plot.
There is another one.
Yeah, it's not really a knife per se, but there is another
Right.
broken sharp. There's another sharp object that looks like that.